The All Blacks haven't lost at Eden Park since 1994. The Springboks haven't beaten them at Eden Park since 1937. That's over 90 years of history. And I believe that that's going to end this year. The Springboks, they are stronger, smarter, and more dangerous than ever. And I think they are going to do the unthinkable this year. And they are going to break the All Blacks record. They're going to enter the fortress and they are going to take over. And in doing so, make rugby history. I want to break it down. So please like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. And let's get into it. So, like I said, the Springboks haven't beaten the All Blacks at Eden Park since 1937. It was their first ever Test series win, and they ended up winning 17-6. However, the All Blacks themselves, they haven't lost at Eden Park since 1994, where they ended up losing to France 23-20. And yes, they haven't lost since. That is a ridiculous record to have. And obviously we know the All Blacks are rugby royalty. But if there's ever going to be a team that can beat the All Blacks at Eden Park, it is going to be the Springbok side. The All Blacks haven't beaten the Springboks in the past 4 games. The last win that they had over the Springboks was on the 15th of July 2023, where they ended up beating them 35-20. Otherwise, the next 4 tests, the Springboks won them all. So the Springboks are in a prime seat to go to New Zealand and put the works to the All Blacks. And this is not me trying to be biased or me trying to go against the All Blacks. They're a fantastic team. But if there's ever going to be a team that's going to be able to beat them, I do believe it is this team. The quality, the talent that they have is undeniable. And they are by far the strongest team in world rugby. So I want to hear what your thoughts are on this. I'm going to break it down and let's see where we get. So in terms of injuries, the All Blacks, they do have Tyrell Lomax, Tamaiti Williams, Roygaard, Luke Johnson, Caleb Clark, all out. Hopefully a lot of them will be back for South Africa. Lomax and Tamaiti Williams are very, very big. They are the props that you are going to be wanting to have ready and available for a game like this. And same thing with Cam Roygaard. He is essential. He is a game changer. If there's ever going to be a player that's going to be needed to break down the Springboks, it is him outright. But otherwise, that's the general injuries. In terms of the Springboks, Rassie has confirmed that in terms of the current squad, there's no real major injuries. There's 2 short terms, which was Canan Moody and Cheslin Colby. I do believe they're all going to be up and ready for the All Blacks test. In terms of long term, they got Niakane, Frans Malherbe, Dion Fourie, Elder Gilo, Cam Hanekom, and a couple others here and there. But those are the big, big long terms. But honestly, in terms of space, quality, we can live without them. Now, this is going to be an interesting test because a lot of the Springboks are battle tested. They are battle ready. Yes, Rassie, he is changing a lot. He wants to make sure that everybody's getting a chance. He doesn't want to give anybody more than 10 caps for the year, but he also wants to be putting out the best squad possible at the best times. Now, we all know the way the Springboks play. They're very set-piece dominant. They want to be forcing the mauls. They want to be forcing scrums, and they want to be going for lineouts. They want to break your play, whereas the All Blacks, they love to play that flair. They want to keep the ball moving relatively quickly and, try to catch you on the wings. Whereas the Springboks, they will happily break you down, slow you down, and then make you play their game. Especially when it comes down to a physical game, there aren't many teams in the world that can even come close to matching them power for power. And the All Blacks, they really do not like the power of the Springboks. The set pieces, the scrums, they really do struggle, which is where you do want to be having players like Tara Lomax. You want to be having players like Tamaiti Williams. You want to be having players like Scott Barrett, big, big, big players that are going to be needed. Big, strong, thick, and yeah, these are going to be players that are going to be needed if they even want to have a chance up against the strength of the Boks. Now, I'm going to be getting a lot of hate for this from the All Blacks. Again, I am not trying to degrade the All Blacks. They are an amazing squad. I'm talking about what is currently available, what is ready and playing at the elite level. So the All Blacks, they really, really do struggle with the power. We've seen it, but the power of Eden Park is a completely different ballgame. That stadium alone brings chills and shivers. It brings worries and stresses because that stadium is a legendary stadium. Those fans are going to go rampant. And the All Blacks are going to be invigorated by the energy, by the fans, by everything around them. They're going to draw in that energy from everywhere. And they are going to be damn near enough impossible to beat. So it is going to need the best Springbok team physically possible. Everybody's going to need to be on their best game. We're going to be needing players like Oxenche to be at his absolute best. I do feel that we probably will see Kobus Visa at 8. He's going to be putting in big performances. We're going to be needing to see Sia Khaleesi, Ia Benetzebet, Ruan Nochia. We are going to be needing to see Sasha, Andre Pollard, Damian Dialende, Cheslin Colby, uh, Kurtley Arendse to be playing their absolute best if they want to get even a sniff of a win at Eden Park. I think this is going to be a very, very close game, and this is the reason why. The reason why I believe is going to be Rassie. Rassie, he's a boon. He's adds extra points just by himself, and it's not because of it's how he thinks. His mind is just an added advantage. The staff room that he put around him is another added advantage. He knows everything. He will use any single gray area to his own advantage. The All Blacks need to be expecting the unexpected because that is what you are going to be getting with Rassie. The moment you think that you figured them out, he's going to flip the switch and he's going to throw something at you that you've never seen before, and then you are going to have to deal with it. Rassie is always thinking 2 steps ahead of everybody, sometimes even himself, and it probably confuses him sometimes on how bloody good he is. He is an innovator. He's one of those coaches that improve the game. It tests the boundaries of the game. Without coaches like him, world rugby would be stagnant. It is because of him that World Rugby changes rules and adds in extra bits. He finds ways around it. He finds ways to best prepare his squad. And we are looking at a squad that are back-to-back world champions, and they are still getting stronger. Every single training session, we are seeing players like Nhlaba Kanye, Ethan Hooker, your Kanan Moody, Sasha Feinberg. We are seeing Morne van den Berg. We are seeing Vincent Chituka, your Kobus, your Jasper Visas, Ruan Nochia. All of these players are getting better and better and better. And so how do you stop this train of just sheer physicality, of speed, aggression, but not only that, that adaptability, that tactical genius. And then you have Rassie's input. You have people like Jaco Paper, who is a ref. He understands the game. He understands what can be played, what cannot, what can be used, what cannot, where they can be edging on the line between foul play and what is legit. So this is going to be something that they are really going to struggle with. I mean, we look at the innovations like the less than 10-meter kick that we had from Mani Libok to force a scrum on Italy, playing mind games throughout, whether it's with the ref, whether it's with the other team. This is what Rassie does best. We look at the bomb squad. This is pure innovation. This is something that wasn't necessarily him that created the bomb squad, but it is him who allowed the implementation of it and started to build a system around it. Now we are seeing multiple teams play it, most commonly the French. These are things that they want. Rassie's going to force scrums on people. He's going to force those lineouts. He's going to make sure that everything is slowed down and you're playing their way. I feel the Springboks are going to be far, far too strong physically for them to handle. We are going to be seeing scrum domination, and we are going to be seeing tactical genius from Rassie. I'm giving this a very slight edge because this is never going to be an outright killer of a game. It's going to be a tightly contested game, and I'm giving the Springboks to win 22-18. Very tight, but I do feel that this is going to be the Springbok side that is going to break the record held by the All Blacks. They are going to break what was needed, and he's going to kill it. The Springboks will be victorious. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.